Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Y'all know I don't like long introductions. I do not like long introductions, so we're just gonna go ahead and get right into the reading. Lots of crazy things going on in the world. By the time this message reaches y'all, it's going to be a lot more crazy things happening in the world. We probably even be able to have a lot of the sites that we used to have. You know, the clock app is probably going to go away very soon. I'm very interested to know how, if any of you guys have actually got on the that new website that they're offering everybody, which is probably just mining your data and like using facial recognition to keep your information, so that if you post something political or post something that they don't like, they'll you know, haul you away. So let me know how that goes. Very curious, because I love to stay in the political loop. I am a very political person because it is very important for you to be political in a world, in a society, in a culture, in a country that makes everything political to the detriment of others. So we have the King of Swords in reverse, we got the Page of Cups, we got the Six of Swords in reverse, and we got the Four of Wands. Give me some more on this King. Okay. I love to see it when we got the King of Swords and we got somebody walking away. I'm gonna leave that right there because it landed like that for a reason. Someone walked away from a King of Swords type. Oh, okay. King of Swords and a King of Cups in reverse type of person. So someone walked away from this type of energy and they're super, like, someone's celebrating. So the King of Swords is someone who's very mentally manipulative, and the King of Cups is someone who is very emotionally manipulative. This one is not a very explosive energy. This type of energy for me is someone who is very strategic on how they're going to get what they want in the world, and it's usually not a good thing. This person may use their emotions to get whatever they want, and it's never in a good way either. But somebody has walked away from this person, and it is cause for celebration. Somebody might be emotionally unstable from dealing with someone as well who has this kind of energy. Can you give me some information on this Page of Cups? Page of Cups. I can see someone getting like a little bit of joy back, a little bit of emotional stability back. And someone is actually receiving some good things from the things they've planted. I don't know what you were doing when you were dealing with this type of energy, this King of Swords in reverse, King of Cups in reverse type energy. But you planted some seeds while in that situation, and you're going to start growing things. You're going to be able to, reap the rewards for the seeds you've planted. No, Six of Swords reversed. Give me some information about this damn Six of Swords reversed, because y'all gonna piss me off with this. Okay, so somebody's thinking about going back. You better not. You better not. You better not. Oh, you better not. Okay, I'm gonna chill because this is really pissing me off. You have escaped. You're gaining your emotional stability back after falling off. You've fallen off because you dealt with this energy. And at this time that I'm recording, there is a Mercury retrograde, and if I'm not mistaken, Leo right now. Some of y'all might be in your head because you're really contemplating going back. You feel like you're stuck and you can't go anywhere. Give me a little bit more on this Eight of Swords and this Six of Swords in reverse energy, because I'm getting pissed. You better not go back. You better not go. Some of y'all feel like you can't move on. This may have to do with childhood wounds, but it seems like y'all are healing. I really don't like the idea of this person not moving forward. You do have some good times ahead of you where you can relax and enjoy the good life and have a little bit of stability. But my intuition is telling me that it's not going to be with this person. It's not going to be with going back. And some of you guys may have still moved away from this person, but might feel mentally stuck. And it's calling for you to heal your inner child. It's calling for you to take a look at how you've saved yourself, how you've pushed yourself forward, and be grateful that you were able to do that, because many people in this world who are attached to people who are not good people. I'm just going to say it. I think a lot of people have a hard time saying that there are bad people in the world, but there are bad people in the world. And there are a lot more than you think there are. People want to give benefit of the doubt to people, but you really need to be analyzing these people and making sure they're your people. And this person is not your person. I don't think this person is anybody's person. For real. Give me some information. Lord. So yeah, somebody did make a final decision. Somebody did make a final decision to walk away from this person. So that makes me happy. So what's really going on is someone's feeling stagnant. They're feeling very stuck in their head about leaving this person. Mentally, they may not have been able to move on, but physically someone has been able to move on. But you're still getting your rewards from the seeds that you planted inside of this situation. I don't know if it's a family. I don't know if it's romantic. I don't know if it's platonic. Whatever the case is, you have freed yourself and you have some good times ahead of you. Give me some more about the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. Give me information about the Four of Wands. Okay. Someone's just very impatient. That's the thing. And the thing about healing is that it takes time. It takes time. You are going to get this frolic in the garden type of energy. It's coming for you. You just have to be patient, and you also have to be balanced. You have to realize where you're not balanced in this world, and you have to move forward and try to heal yourself. And that's such a vague term, right? How do I heal? How do I heal? How do I heal? You actually have to stop distracting yourself. Stop doom scrolling. Stop doom scrolling. Stop avoiding the problem and actually think about it. So you're going to have to do some, I know people hate it, and I believe you, I'm one of them. Journaling is a good way to get through it. I personally, journaling for me doesn't work, but I do sit with myself and I think about the things that have happened to me. I verbalize how I feel. I verbalize how it wasn't fair. And I meditate. Like, those are things that you can do to help yourself move through it. What's really important is feeling the emotions. Feeling the emotions and moving through it. Now, if you are too overwhelmed by these emotions, you need to seek therapy. You need to seek help. I want to tell you that I am not a licensed therapist or a psychologist or any of that. So I cannot diagnose you. I cannot give you the information. This is just one of those things where it's like, how do I heal? People ask. These are ways that I have learned through my own journey because I've been in therapy my whole life. Luckily, because my mother was very smart and didn't keep that from me. But these are steps that you can take to start your healing journey. It's not just this vague thing that people say, oh, you just need to heal. Well, how the fuck do you do it? I'm giving you the information. Also, verify this information with a therapist or a psychologist or someone who actually has more tools or more skills to help you, especially if it's very hard for you to sit with those emotions. If it is almost dire for you to sit with those emotions, you need help. You need someone to walk you through the process because they have other tools in their belt to help you. It's not just about talking. A lot of people think it's just talking. No, they actually give you tools. So let's move on to the next row. Okay, it did come out. It just flipped all the way over here. So yeah, you have a lot of love. The universe wants to offer you a lot of love. God, whatever you want to call it. Your higher self, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of love here. It's going to be offered to you. You have the opportunity to receive that. It is for you. Golly. Some of this I'm going to move and some of it I'm not going to move. But yeah, somebody was dealing with someone who was very unempathetic. They felt like, they were royalty on a throne. Everything, comes to them, and they were very entitled about that energy. Whoever this person was, I'm really glad that you left and that you're realizing that this is not what love is. Someone who's so selfish and self-centered and who doesn't care about you. I do have Sagittarius energy. I have Taurus energy, and that's all I have right now. So just be mindful that, you left for a good reason. Unfortunately, you do have the Five of Cups. Give me the last card here, please. Give me the last card. You do have, unfortunately, this person is kind of a little bit, they were stuck, and then they are coming out of it though. Someone was stuck at one point, not necessarily, I hate the term crying over spilled milk, but it's one term that I use a lot with this card. Somebody is coming out of this energy where they're focusing on everything that they've lost. And yes, you have lost things, but you also still have things to be to be grounded on this planet for. Like, you still have things, and I think somebody's starting to realize that there's more to life than these cups that have been spilled. And you have to realize, you don't know what's in those cups. It could have been poison this whole time. You know, it could have been something that would slowly eat away at you and kill you over time. So sometimes losing something isn't always an actual loss. Sometimes you lose it so that you can have a better future. And although things are going to feel really gray and really dull for a little bit, you still have hope in your heart. And I love that. It feels like an obligation. Like, this card always reminds me of someone who's trying their best to keep moving forward with the love that they have to offer. But you are moving forward in a good way. You still have a little bit of hope. And that's going to push you into a more creative project, something that you need to be working on, whether that's career or something personal to you, maybe a system that you'll leave behind in this world. Whatever the case is, you're going to be working on something that's going to bring you more stability. Give me some more. I don't know why this reading keeps putting so much on this energy, but this person was very sneaky. They're very manipulative. They're very toxic. Somebody might even, this person may have even stolen from you. Whoever this person is. They just didn't give a fuck. They didn't give not one fuck. And there was a good judgment call, too. Someone made a good judgment call to walk away from this person, place, or whatever it is. Even though you are moving towards a better future and there is a lot of abundance coming your way, it doesn't mean that you're not heartbroken. Like, you're still heartbroken, but you're coming to a moment where you're going to be able to put everything down. Is it going to hurt? Yes, it is going to hurt. You know, you're going to be able to heal. And remember what I told you about healing. You just have to be able to, you know, follow through on things and not ignore it. You know, once you're out of the situation, like, you're going to realize that all the things that you were carrying was so much more than what you thought it was. Like, you're going to realize the amount of peace you're going to be able to have and how much you're going to be able to frolic. Once you're out of the situation, you're going to have a lot more peaceful and balanced energy. And you'll even get an idea. Yeah, I know. With the Five of Pentacles, someone feels left out in the cold. I don't know if you had to leave this person or this person decided to leave you, or whatever the case is. Whatever the case is, just because you're out in the cold doesn't necessarily mean what's inside is going to be good for you. You had to leave for a reason. There's this quote I be hearing on the clock app when they say, sometimes you're not invited because you don't do coke. And that's okay. You don't need to be in there. Sometimes you're not invited because you're not okay with PDF files. And that is okay, babes. You don't have to be there. You know, it might hurt a little bit, but you're in a better position because you decided to do what's best for you. Give me some information. You're going to come out of it. You might take some time. You might even have to, somebody might be bed rotting a little bit, but you're going to find your way out of this. Don't give up. You still have hope. See? You still have hope. Yes. So we got the Two of Cups over the Knight of Cups. So you're going to be able to find a decent partnership. This does not mean romance, and I don't want that to be the first thing that you think about, because a lot of times we are with people who just want to partner up with us. You know, you don't have to have romance in every aspect of your life that you value. Sometimes it literally is just about partnering with someone who has the same goals, who has the same core values as you. Like, there are some people right now who are living with their best friends. I've lived with my best friend, and I had a wonderful time. That was the most fun I've had in a very, very long time with living with my best friend. And there was no romantic anything between us. And I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you have someone who shares core values with you, and there's a balance because you have groundedness and we have love flowing at the same time. Like there's this grounded emotion that you have with someone who shares the same core values as you and who wants the best for you and you want the best for them. And sometimes that's not packaged in romance. And those things are just as valuable. There are people who are raising their children together. And they love each other, not romantically, but they love each other. And they're going to create a very beautiful home and very beautiful family. And you have some work that you're going to be doing that's going to make a very beautiful home and community for you. Because a lot of people think what they're missing is romance, but what you're truly missing is community. You're missing the community of someone, of grandmas and grandpas, of men and women and people in between and outside who are going to be there to help watch your kids, or to just be there to comfort you or help you understand the world a little bit better. Or just what I always tell the people that I love in my life is that life would be so hard without you in it. I'm so glad that if I exist in this world where I feel so overwhelmed by every little thing, and I'm so hurt by how the decisions that, you know, the people on this planet have made, at least I'm here with others who understand my pain and my suffering, that I'm not alone in that, and that there are others who exist in the same, you know, reality that I live in. Because I could have grown up in a completely different reality where we did not have technology, and I felt this way by myself. So there's a lot more to life than just romance. And I think once you start pivoting your belief systems on what is valuable love, you're going to have a very great time on planet Earth. And it's going to be very rewarding. Look at this. They even have little non-humans here. Like, it's a community. It's a collective thing. Someone's working really hard. And somebody might be really good at bringing together communities. So someone might be actually working in this field where they're able to help others get money, crowdfund, or but I know this is weird, but I've been thinking about how crowdfunding, because I see a lot of it on the Clock app, I see a lot of it in general, and I just think how much better it would be if we had a network of people who are willing to donate in those ways, but also those same people willing to do other things, like be a buddy for someone when they need someone to sit with them and do their work. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like, it's not parallel play. It's like when you have to, body doubling. That's what it's called. Like if someone gives you money, then you put in a time for community effort. So it's like an exchange. You don't actually have to give money, but you have to give something to the community. So it would be an equal give and take. It would be an actual exchange, and not one person just handing out money while, there's no exchange in the process, because we want a community. We don't want to just, I do believe in helping people just to help people, period. But also I do believe that in doing so, we need to actually build community too. Dang. Whoever this person is, you had a really toxic relationship with them, and it was really based off of tradition, like what somebody really wanted in this world. It's like everything everybody told you that you should want in this world, traditions that were very unhealthy that you didn't really take a look at. This person kind of embodied all that for you, and you kind of stayed in the situation a little bit longer than you should have, because you wanted to live up to expectations that just weren't really good for you. If you notice, these people are bound by their obligation. They are bound by this ring. They are tied together by their necks to this ring. So you got to rethink why you wanted something in the first place. There are some people who just don't understand that a lot of the things that we've been fed throughout our childhood, remember all the Disney movies we used to watch, all the cartoons, all the shows, a lot of those shows really centered romance. All the movies, a lot of this stuff is pushed on us every day. Commercials, this is stuff that they feed it to us. Why do you think they want that? You got to ask yourself these questions. You do have an idea coming up that's going to help you move forward as well. You're going to get your wits about you back. Not to say that you lost it completely, but a lot of times we lose ourselves in this world that kind of forces you, not forces you, but they preach it so much. They preach it in a fantasy type of way that it feels like everything you wanted. And you're slowly going to come to this idea as well. And you're going to realize that type of life is not stable. What they taught us is not stability. It is very rare. And I'm not saying it is impossible, because I do believe some people came here for that type of life, but that is not everybody's life. It is very rare that somebody can be in a long-term, monogamous, healthy relationship. Long-term, monogamous, healthy relationship. I'm not saying monogamy is wrong. I'm just saying it is very rare that people are happy in those situations for such a long period of time, because that is not the goal of every person on this planet. We all come here. We all are on this planet for different reasons. And sometimes it's okay to not accept those things, Sometimes it's okay to think about why you want something in the first place and reject it. And I think that you are going to reject this because I think somebody may spin the block. Somebody may want to come back to you. So yeah, be very mindful. It's okay to reject it. But also you have to remember that there are other forms of love, and you don't want to reject the love, the other forms of love that are out there for you. Because some people, because they feel like they can't have romantic love, they feel like life is worthless. When there is other love out there for you. So don't reject the things that are good for you. Reject the things that hurt you and harm you. You know, somebody is going to have to invest more into other forms of love in this world. Like someone just doesn't see the value, and that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to see the value in other forms of love in this world, because I feel like a lot of people are trying to give you love in ways that just because we've been trained to value only romantic love, it doesn't seem as good. It seems like a letdown. And that's a sad way to live, because you won't be able to even feel, you won't be able to feel the amount of love people want to give you. You won't be able to feel satisfied or content with that energy, because what you're really doing is chasing dopamine. But yeah, I digress. Let's move on to something else. It's going to take a lot of courage, and I know a lot of people, sometimes we don't have as much courage as we think we do. You know, but you're going to have to jump on the courage board, because right now this is seeming a little no courage here. You need a little bit of bravery. You're going to need some bravery. You're going to have to hold on to the hope that there are other things in the world that's worth living for. And you will, because you have this Queen of Wands energy. You got projects. You got other things that you're passionate about. And you have to see those things as just as worthy, or even more worthy. It's going to make you feel good about yourself, who you are, and what you can accomplish in this world. This is what you're meant to be. You're meant to be the Queen of Wands. And there are a lot of things that are hidden. There are a lot of things that you don't even know about yourself, simply because you've spent so much time chasing after a dream and not getting to know yourself. And that's what happens in this world, is that they feed us a bunch of bullshit so that we don't know things about ourselves. We don't actually take the time to think, well, what do I actually want outside of the things people have taught me to want? Since you were a child, people have put all these things on you that they feel like you should want. The expectations are so high for you as a person. And none of these things came from you. They came from external forces. So you have to ask yourself, the moon is there. It'll shine the path for you, but you have to decide to go and dig deep. A lot of people say it's not that deep. Yes, it is. It is that deep for all of us. We just have to be willing to go that deep instead of being, a coward about it. It's time to dig deep. Figure out where your place is in this world, what you're here to accomplish in this world, because you have another mission besides this thing that's supposed to be, that we're supposed to do. This is just a distraction. This whole little area up here is just a distraction. You did the right thing by moving away, or you're going to do the right thing by moving away. And things will take a turn for you. You have a lot of things coming for you. A lot of good things coming for you. But you have to be willing to be brave enough to take that leap of faith. And to know that there's something more to life than just this one aspect that they keep preaching to us. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why they keep preaching that romantic love is the end-all be-all. You have to ask yourself these questions. Why does your life feel meaningless without it? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Why you can't be happy with other things in your life. Because it's causing you instability. You feel let down. You feel like you won't be able to be you won't be able to be stable without this energy. And that simply is not true. Give me more about this King of Pentacles in reverse. It simply isn't true. It simply isn't true. But if you keep chasing after it, it will be true. Somebody might even have to deal with the court system. And it looks like it's going to go well for whoever this is. So if you have to take this person to court for whatever reason, it's going to go well. I don't think this person is going to go well. It's not going to go well for them. Like, I think they're going to have a hard time. But I think going to court, doing this, may cause you to feel a little not out of touch, but feel a little bit out of it. But you will get justice. I tell you that one. And some of you may have actually dealt with the justice system because because you're putting all your hopes on this person where something isn't even gonna, they weren't even planning on really showing up for you in the ways that you needed. They weren't really planning on it. That wasn't their plan. They were just gonna pretend the whole damn time. I'll do XYZ. Don't worry. Why don't you? You just gotta be patient. No, you shouldn't. Not with the situation. You've been patient long enough. You're gonna have to take charge of your own life. I think a lot of times people try to make us depend on other people because they have this dynamic or this idea of what somebody should be in their life. Like they have this weird hierarchy. Like you need to be submissive in XYZ, or you need to be the person on top. Like, you know, they have these expectations of you, and you don't have to follow them. You don't have to follow them. You know, if the expectation is for you to be submissive, and no, this is time for you to lead. You have to lead your own. And that's the expectation for whoever this is that you're supposed to follow people into hell. That's stupid. Don't do that. Follow yourself and your own intuition, because that's going to take you further. But that also requires you to know yourself before you follow your intuition, because if you're still going off of the opinions or the expectations of other people, you're not going to follow a path that's going to be good for you. You're going to be following the path that other people want for you. You have to get to know yourself, and once you get to know yourself, you'll be able to embody this emperor energy. But you won't be able to do that. You won't be able to move forward until you get to know yourself. You have to dig deep into the moon of things, the mystery of you. So much of our lives have been revolved around either romance or getting a job or trying to make ends meet. You know, like we're so distracted. We don't even really know ourselves and what we really want. So people hop into relationships not even knowing what they want. They kind of figure it out in the middle of it, and then they go back and forth between what they want and what their partners want. And it really is about figuring out who you are. And you have the time now. The time is now. The time is now. Honestly, no, I feel like we're good. We're good. I think this is it. I really hope that you all have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in the next one.